Okay, so what you're about to see is this incredible fabric haul, plus some other sewing things. I mean, you see some thread here, but it's all of these things here. This tote without the lid, this other storage thing in it, box below, under the bed storage thing. That is an ottoman that did not come with this. This tote here, this other storage thing, box, and this pink thing. All of this I got on Facebook Marketplace for $100. I have been waiting for weeks to open this because I gave myself this artificial requirement of a task that I needed to complete that I had been putting off. Just kind of, I was trying to reward myself. Like, get this done and then you can open this and you can see what all there is. I know there was some good stuff in here because there was a couple snaps of photographs on the Facebook Marketplace listing, and I kind of peered in a little bit. I saw some good brands, but otherwise I don't know. I have not looked through it. It has required incredible self-discipline, but at last we are going to check this out. So I'm going to pull it all out. I guess I'll just go through each thing and then I will show you what was in that thing. I'm going to try to keep track of how much fabric there was or items there were so I can come up with a rough estimate of like how much per yard it ended up being. So we're going to start with this first box here. It says Fabric Dad's Dresser 3/1/2025. So the story I got when I picked this up, the lady said that her mother was a sewer and she passed away and she was selling all of her stuff on Facebook Marketplace. And I guess she had a deadline. She had to have a storage shed emptied out by a certain time or something or another. And so I was the lucky contestant who got this for $100. Okay, so here's what it looks like just upon opening the box. I don't know what this is here. Annie's Sister's Gift Panel. Okay, is that what this is? Girlfriend Wisdom. There's happiness in little things, there's joy in passing pleasure, but girlfriends are, from year to year, the best of life's greatest treasure. Oh, okay, so this is Annie's as well. Girlfriend Wisdom Panel, 100% cotton, poplin. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to pull it all out, and then I'll show you what was in this box. Okay, I made it through the first box. It's incredible. I can't even, oh my goodness. I know there are fabric enthusiasts and sewing enthusiasts out there watching this, and I wish you were here with me, because I'm all alone. No one else in my family, or in my home, I should say, understands the magnitude of this, how wonderful it is. Okay, so I pulled this out right at the beginning, Girlfriend Wisdom little panel piece, and then I found the receipt for it. It's actually from 2014, and they bought 2 of those, and there's also the Sister's Gift Panel, which I saw the bags for those, but I haven't ran across those, so maybe those were used. Also, there was a bag for a Hope and Charity little panel. So there were 2 of these pieces from the same line, Quest for a Cure. So it's kind of like a cotton with a beautiful rose and teapot theme, and then this just kind of coordinates a beautiful piece. Another piece of cotton, Botanical Buzz Garden Bouquet. This is a larger piece. This is at least 2 yards. I would say these are a yard each, and this is probably like 2 to 3. Another beautiful piece of cotton, probably close to 2.5 yards, maybe 3. This one has the salvage cutoff, so I don't know what brand that is. This is from Hobby Lobby. Another larger piece, another teacup theme. Beautiful, beautiful. This Feather Practice Whole Cotton. It is to practice, free motion quilting. Never used. This little cat coaster set. Unused. We have, I think this is instructions, for a light, but I mean, maybe the light's here. We'll find out. 6 fat quarters of like 30s print, beautiful. From Lancaster Home and Fabric. A small piece of, this is like the smallest piece that I think there actually is, aside from the fat quarters, but it's still fairly large. This is like a project that she must have been working on at some point. It was a panel to create like a little golden book, the Shy Little Kitten. She has the pieces pinned together. And the instructions are here. Very cute. And this is like a little wall hanging that it seems finished, but it seems like maybe something is missing from it. Oh, look, there's her name. She completed it in 2011. So I'm wondering if this was supposed to have some like embellishments or something. But she does have it quilted like around the, like up these vines around the birdhouses. And it's got a little pocket there on the back. A lot of things were in bags. Some sort of tag on them. This beautiful cut fabric. Some tonals. Still sealed. A few panels. So this is Billy Jacobs for Elizabeth's Studio. Kind of a country theme. And then there's this Star Spangled Summer panel. It's got ice cream. These flip-flops are really cute on the salvage. So this is Henry Glass, Star Spangled Summer. And then this is a fairly large cut of, it's like a laundry theme fabric. This is for Elizabeth's Studio. Another large piece. This is a metallic gold to it. And this was Hobby Lobby. This is a really sizable piece. A yard of flannel. Joann's, very cute. And then this is in a bag, and I feel like maybe this was like a mystery deal, like, you know, pay this much, get 3 1-yard cuts, surprise, surprise, because they don't seem like they really coordinate, but they're all really nice quilt shop fabrics. So cotton, this one's like the little piggy theme, and this one was called Huff and Puff, created by Bob Van Olsen for Andover Fabrics. And then there's a little paw print. And then there's a floral with a beautiful metallic. Rose and lilac. And what's this one? Lake House, Flora Stripe. I wanted to name a child Flora. My husband said no. Side note there for you. Okay, and then two of these dog panels. It's called All You Need Is Love and a Dog, Beth Logan, by Henry Glass and Company. So this had a sticker on it somewhere. Oh yeah. Here. Just kind of, so there's 2 of those. And then there is a got a yard of this cute fall cotton scarecrow theme. Susan Winger scarecrow patch. And another panel. This has like some rustic barns on it. Riley Blake design. Fall barn quilts. You can kind of see that there. Okay, and then this is like super exciting. An entire kit, complete, unused, Spools mini quilt. Super cute, by Connecting Threads. It's all here. It's all unopened. It's still put together. So neat. Oh my gosh, so incredible. And I'll tell you what, the only scraps in the whole box were just a couple pieces that she had, you know, tested her stitches on. Looked like she was filling with the tension. And then just these two little pieces. That's it. It's the only scraps out of the whole box. A little pattern QR code from Connecting Threads, and this, some couple little notes. But this was really neat. This is like, not this, but this was in there. Maybe an idea, something she wanted to do. I'm not sure. This is actually something that I am soon going to be sewing. It's the simple French seamed pillowcase pattern, and this pattern is all over the internet, but I don't have a copy of it, and I planned on using this soon. I'm going to start teaching my daughter to sew. It's going to be one of her homeschool classes this year, and so it's just kind of like this neat little, oh my goodness, you know, in here is the pattern for the French seamed pillowcase. How cool. Oh my goodness, this was box one. Okay, here we go. Let's get our next one here. Okay, here's our next item. It is the tote. Oh, I see a roller. And there's some sort of paper here. Let's see what this says. Teaching sewing. Teach how to operate the machine. Yes, that's important. How to operate it and the dangers. Start with basic patterns, talk about fabrics, reading patterns, etc. Is this for me too? Is this, I'm starting to feel like this this Facebook Marketplace collection was specifically for me. Okay, so let's open this little box first. You know what? It's always nice to have additional little Rubbermaid containers and other totes and things, right? Oh, and it will open to glitter. Oh, is this her Christmas collection here? Oh, it's so pretty. This is just a little piece. Very pretty though. I think it is her Christmas collection. Okay, I'm gonna go through this and then I will show you. I guess I'll go through this little box and then also whatever else is in here, and I will bring you back and show you it. Okay, so I haven't emptied out the big tote, just this little box that I was showing you. And this is either what was left after a Christmas project or plans for some sort of Christmas project. The only thing that's not really Christmassy is these two little strips here. But everything else, there's several different sizes of squares. I mean, still sizable to do something with. These are in strips. This is in strips. These are larger square pieces. This is a larger piece that has like a little corner out of it. A snowflake button. And then this cat material, there's two pieces that were cut out of it. It appears to be a 1 yard cut, and then these two strips taken out. And this is like a 3/4 yard piece of just a solid green. So I think I'm just going to put all of this back in that tote for now. at least the Christmassy themed items. I'll probably leave this green out. And maybe we'll find more answers along the road. But all of this, I mean, is usable. This is like one of the smaller things, but there are, you know, some sizable pieces. You can see the screen is, it's a rectangle, but yeah, so I'm just going to put these all back in that box, except for the green, and continue on with the tote. Okay, well, the tote is empty, and lo and behold, here at the bottom, we have some telephone line. It's a little surprise. This box was an interesting collection. It has me a little baffled. So there's this set of rulers, TQM rulers, the binding tool and bias ruler, and then there's supposed to be tutorials, and all three, oh, I guess there's a third one, or maybe it came with it, I'm not sure. This one is still shrink wrapped, and then there's the binding tool. I guess the blue is just blue, and then the mini binding tool. And then these are the instructions for those. And then there was this box of different little embellishments. So there's a bag of some different bells, some more bells, some more of those little snowflakes that I had came across. Some little pom-poms. These are little gingerbread buttons. Glue sticks are in there as well. Some different buttons. These are cute little moose buttons. And then these big heart buttons. Sparkly buttons. Some more little bells. This is really cute. This little holly leaf. There's some Q-tips. Not sure why. They're cute. Seam ripper. Heart buttons. This is just a little shadow box paper from Hobby Lobby. These are very pretty. A few of these little Christmas light things. Okay, so all of that, I guess we could call this embellishments. Oh, there was a Christmas tree. Cute. And then there was, I think, multiple started projects in this bag, in this tote. So this is the stack of things that were something at some point. A couple little patterns here printed off. Sunshine and Shadows quilt, as well. Signs of the Season Crazy patch block. A template that she made. Many pieces of various strips and squares in different prints. You can see there's some Valentine's ones here. Yeah, so some Valentine's ones here. And they look, I mean, it looks like they're paired up to make something, but I don't know what. Here's some more of that purple stripe we saw. Some blue with a little cutout of it. And then there's this. Now, so this is a kit that she must have started working on. All sorts of cutting done with the different pieces. And there are a few of these fabrics floating around. I have not seen this one, but that one I've seen, and that one I've seen. That one we just saw here. It's not the full piece. So I guess there were 3 fat quarters of it, and that's what's there. So I don't know if she made this project and this is what was remaining, or if she implemented different things. I'm not sure. This was from Connecting Threads, Critter Fun Wall Hanging. It's not too fantastic. It's just not really exciting. And then here are those sister panels. We found them. Looks like she was cutting them apart and doing something with those. So those are sewn with some background. And then this is like, I think another part of it. This one, she has some batting. And then the other sides, I'm not sure. Maybe she was going to make like a little wall hanging. I don't know. And then all this was in this bag. Looks like maybe she did like a neat applique type of quilt with like, this was the grass, this was the sky. Some things were cut out of this. And maybe that was something else. I don't know. But just some different scraps along those lines that things had been cut out of. So maybe for a possible future project. I feel like that one was completed. A few different squares of different like St. Patrick's Day theme. Square of like a coffee bean. Just some more squares. Now this print here, there was a completed project with that print used. Let me show you it. And so I thought maybe some of these pieces were cut to make this project. But I just don't know if the sizes quite line up. Like, I feel like this could be like the center piece, but then I don't feel like there's anything big enough to be the other. So I'm not sure that it was this, that they're cut for this project. But you can see, yeah, it looks like it was cut for something, unless it's a scrap. And then I do believe there are some scraps. There's more Christmas. There's some of that from that kit. More Christmas, just like little pieces cut out. This was in the other box we saw. This is just a piece of green. Yeah, that had something cut out of it. That might have came with that kit. A couple other little random bits. And then a whole bag of strips. Christmassy type of strips. Some more little bits of things that are cut. These are like in strips. Another square of Christmas. And then there's some different, like smaller squares that are pinned to batting. And there are 2 pieces here of fabric pinned to the... So I don't know, there's a bunch of those. This one even has the little clips that everybody loves to use on it. And then some other smaller pieces with some batting. Some more larger squares of those colors. So that's all kind of a mystery. And maybe we'll find more answers, or maybe not. But what was in that tote? More substantial pieces and sizes of things is here. So there's about a yard of another flannel. Beautiful. This is about a 2-yard piece. These are all uncut. This is a yard. About a yard of this beautiful print here. And a couple yards of this beautiful floral. And then these are 1/4 yard cuts. This is super cute, isn't it? Brother, sister, something. Really cute. Some different prints. Another, this is an uncut 1/4 yard of that same fabric that was cut. Some snowmen. Cute little birds. And these are fat quarters. This is definitely from the kit. And then just another little fat 1/4. These are 1/2 yard cuts. These cotton prints. This, I looked this up. This is from Amazon. Looks to be about 20 bucks. There's all different sorts of patterns, but this brand, they do pre-cuts of fabric. So it's supposed to be 100 pieces, 3.5 inch, I suppose. Rose is the theme. Never been opened. Not sure about Amazon fabric. You can tell me about it if you know. Some little felt button types of things. Glue or sew on. And then we have some new cuts of fabric here. These are nice because they still have the tags. So this is like 3/4 of a yard of this beautiful leaf print. And these are Williamton prints. And then we have a yard of this beautiful pumpkin. And a yard and a 1/3 of this beautiful leaf print. And we even had a little wall hanging. And then some more panels. So these are by Soho. Yeah, Timeless Treasures. This is just a wreath with like a truck on it. And then a big snowman panel. Also Soho. I feel like I've seen this one before. I don't know why. But anyways, so that was what was in that tote. A little different than the box we went through. Interesting. Very interesting. Some great pieces in here as well. Okay, so we still have 5 to go. I think this had like batting and fiberfill and stuff. I don't think it had a whole lot. I'm really curious about the box. I think we're gonna do that next. Okay, the box is taped shut. It says fabric. Let's have our first look together. Oh, this looks like batting. And, oh, okay. What do we have here? This is very nice batting, I will say that. A piece of fabric, a pretty sizable piece. All right, well, I'm gonna get this all pulled out and then I'll bring it back. Okay, so we have another panel. This is a cat theme. This looks like, you must have had to get this in like a 1/2 yard increments. Looks like she got a yard, so there's 4 different cats. This is by Concord Fabrics. So there's that. Now this box had some cotton other than fabric, not a ton of it, but there's probably a 3-yard cut of this, which is some sort of blend. I'm not sure what. Would probably make like a nice dress for a young girl. It would probably need to be lined. It's almost a little sheer. So there's that. And then in almost the same shade is a yard of like sweatshirt material. And then this box had a bunch of different character fabrics, which is kind of fun. This is a yard of My Little Pony. There's a yard of Cars, Shopkins, and then this is like a Valentine's theme, very nice weight cotton. Has a little metallic sheen to it. This is Fabric Traditions 2020, a yard of that. A yard of another cotton. This one is not named, but a very nice quality. This is a really nice like cream cotton. A couple yards of that. About 1.75 yards of this Brother Sister Design Studio. Kind of a school theme there. There's about 3/4 yard of this. This was Soho. And then these are like 1/4 yards with some NASCAR. This is a fat quarter. Kitty cats. Where's this from? Oh, this is a Joanne fat quarter. This is a weight on white. Very pretty. Bird, vibrant yellows, 2 of those. Those are 1/4 yards. These 2 were not great quality. These were, it's probably the worst fabric I've found in here, but most of it's excellent. This is a 1/4 yard, a fat quarter, and breast cancer. That was a full 1/4 yard. And then these were 1/2 yard cuts. So there's another coffee theme. What's it say? Coffee time. Hot and fresh morning coffee served every day. Really nice red. This one made me chuckle. This is the newest. This one had the newest date of any of the fabrics I've seen. Where was that? Let's see. Oh, 2022 Fabric Traditions. It's fun. I guess it's like Boardwalk. I'm not sure. Because I think maybe that's a seagull. Maybe not. I don't know. Another tea and coffee. This is pretty. It has a metallic. I have a thing for metallic accents. I also have a thing for sparkles and florals. Now this is like a canvasy. I like this. I like the colors of it. 1/2 yard cut of this. Beautiful. This is, who was this? This was somebody good. Where are they? Oh, Marcus Brothers. And then a couple really cute petite pastel pinks. 1/2 yard pieces. A 1/2 yard of a teddy bear. And this says, Jesus Loves Me. It's a white on white. So all of those. And then we do have so some different batting. There are some larger pieces and smaller pieces. I think these are the smallest. This one's fairly decent sized. And then that one was fairly large. And then a couple projects here. Not sure what this is all about. And then this is actually a skirt. And this is like a polyester material, but it is all finished except for the hem. And then quilters templates, plastic, 6 sheets. There's 5 in here. And we have this stitch through adhesive that you can iron. Well, this is like a sticker. You stick it onto the quilt, and then you can just follow the template. Just helps you with free motion holding. And then the instructions are inside of the tube. So anyways, shows you how to do it. And some different patterns that are available. And there's a good bit on here. I could do something with this. And then there's also this Sew Slip 2. A slippery surface for all your sewing with a tacky back to hold it in place. So this is kind of like a sticker to just help your sewing slide along. And it's definitely been used. I'm not sure if it's still usable. It's sticky, but I'm not sure if it's as sticky as it needs to be. This maybe no good, but anyways. And then we have the oddity collection. These are just two little scraps that coordinate very well. A batik and just like a grape, a couple small pieces. This was probably a half yard, but like an end is cut off of it, just a Minnie Mouse. This is not great quality. This is very nice. This is a 1 yard cut, but again, like the end was cut off of it. So this is the fold, and then, I mean, there's still a lot of fabric here. It's very beautiful. It's very nice quality. I just don't have it with the 1 yard cuts because of the missing piece. Just a little scrap. I thought this was beautiful though. And then these are just odd little pieces of things that had been used. Cutouts of some batting, or random strips again. Just little pieces. This is a bunch of flannel that's cut into rectangles and squares. And then this almost makes me wonder if she was making like a stuffed animal or something. I'm not sure. So there's a bunch of that cut into squares, and a solid blue that just has like a little chunk cut out of it. And then the last thing from this box is the Scotty Christmas Kit by Keepsake Quilting. From what I can gather, this is just to make like a little quilted tag. It seems like it should be more, but that's all there is. And I tried to Google it, and it doesnn't come up. So I guess it's been a while. But that's all I'm gathering from that. Okay, it's time to open another box. I forgot to show you this. There's this cute little embroidery patch. Brand new. And then she had this little pattern for quickie placemats. A little template of an apple. Also in that box. Okay, we're going to check out this little box. I have to say that I like this box. And you know, if you were to buy it, it'd probably be pretty expensive. So this lifts out of here. Okay, so I'm going to go through this and then I will bring it back. I'm just digging in and I have no idea what this is. It kind of sounds like pins, but I don't quite understand the reason for securing it. Maybe it's sequins or something? Okay, just as I suspected. Well, not just as I suspected, but it's little beads. Wonder if we'll figure out what those are all about. Okay, so here it all is. Let's dig in here. So we have a couple little papers of things and stuff like that. None of it is super of interest, but see a couple new things. Transfer pen. It's got some sort of special transfer paper. This is still sealed. We have Quilter's masking tape, which is also still sealed. The Stitch Witchery is still sealed, brand new. And then there's just some bags. I'm assuming that she used these for projects. I'm assuming maybe these dowel rods are for some mini quilts or some sort of project. Some different cotton thread. Some of it's still on the skein. Some of it is wound on these little cards, which it appears that these were being used for this little project, which was in there. It's cute. It's just like a little Christmas ornament or like decoration, maybe something you could attach to a gift. And so I'm wondering if this was the purpose of some of those strips of Christmas fabric. So you see there's the cotton thread there. She has a few different strips here and some different buttons. But I'm wondering if that's what that was all about. It's cute. I think you could probably do it so that you camouflage the raw edge more. But that's fun. I bet my children would enjoy doing that. So I did find that. A few more little things that went with things and so on and so forth. Also this little color for quilters. Secrets for color success in quilt making. And then I have a bag of some various different marking tools. 2 embroidery hoops. A little package of stylish accents unopened as well. These are more of that cotton thread. This is some sort of, this old screw. A fabric eraser. I think these are so precious. Just think of whoever she gave it, whatever to with this on it. Oh, so sweet. Grandma loves me, a little tag. And then there's also handmade by, 3 of those, and 3 of another, made with love by. Looks like there's 2 of those. Some rotary blades. This one mentions needing sharpened. I didn't know you could get those sharpened. Fray check. Everybody loves fray check, right? Some glow-in-the-dark paint. Silver 3D paint. 2 beautiful big spools of cotton thread. Oh, I love that. Love it. And then 2 bags of different quilting thread. Some of it is hand quilting, some of it is machine quilting, which is fantastic. Wonderful. These are different. These are clips. One of these is new in the package, and then I guess she had a couple packages that were open already. But Easy Quilt Clips. 2 oval clips. There's a total of 6 of those. Okay, and I believe that covers that beautiful little box of goodies. Okay, we're about at the halfway point. I'm about to open up this tote. Looks like lots of bags of things in here. I don't know if these are started projects or new projects. Super exciting. Let's take the lid off. Let's see. I've been at this for hours now. I'm having such a good time, but I'm going to be so tired tomorrow. glory kit. Keepsake quilting glory kit. Oh my. All right, here we go. Okay, the tote has been emptied. This is everything here. So there were a lot of kits and there are a lot of brand new kits. What surprised me is that a lot of these are panel kits. So they include like batting, the backing, and the panel. And then I suppose you're supposed to just kind of quilt it, embellish it, make it into a wall hanging or whatever. There are a couple that are definitely supposed to be like crib blankets. And then there's a couple items that are more patchworky. So let's dive in here. This is, I think, my favorite. I think it's my favorite. So this is the Pine Grove Table Topper by Connecting Threads. All of the fabrics are included. It makes a 39-inch square. And then these are the directions here. But everything is here. So these are the fat quarter pieces. And then there are half yard pieces and quarter yard pieces. But they are all here for that. Beautiful prints. Beautiful. So that's that. And then we have a brand new little kit, the 10-minute table runner. Little sewing theme. I didn't open that since it was all sealed up. This is 2 yards of coordinating baby fabric. Super cute. I don't know if it coordinates with the baby quilt. We should check this out because one of these here, this one, yes, the Sweet Dreams kit. You can see the generics are the instructions are pretty generic. Oh, it does coordinate. So she must have had intentions of doing something more with this coordinating fabric she bought. So there's the panel. Very gloss. And then there's the batting and the backing. And look, these coordinate. Oh. That's very precious. Very, very precious. So anyways, that's a whole kit. Sweet Dreams. Sweet Dreams kit. And then we have Bird and Stream kit. Which again, this is the backing and the batting. And then we have the panel. This is a smaller one. There's just like a stream on one square and then a bird on another. We have the Season's Greetings kit. Oh, it has the finished size on this one. 24 by 43. So it's got panel, which has some beautiful gold embellishment or metallic work. It's poinsettias, timeless treasures. Oh, look at that. It's pretty. And then the backing. So that's that one. This one is another patchwork one, or piecing one. Creepy hot pads. Makes 4 hot pads. Now this does not have the batting, but it does have the fabric. So this one has these 4 fabrics and then this stack, this 10-inch stack. So here's the 10-inch stack. 15 different fabrics in there. And then this is 4 different half-yard cuts to go with it. That's that one. We have the American Valor. This has a patriotic kind of panel. An eagle, liberty and justice for all. And then it also has the batting and the backing. Now, this one is very similar to another one, and let me show you this other one, because I'm wondering if she was thinking of something. So this is Quilts of Valor Foundation, and then there's also another kit called the Glory Kit, and this I feel like has extra fabric in it, because this is like more than a yard of this fabric here, and it's zippity doo-dah. It's similar but different. Then there's a large piece of this flag print. It's Moda. And then there's some of these panels. I'm not sure. Not sure what. I don't know. Maybe they don't go together, but they do just kind of seem to kind of go. So this, I'm not entirely sure if this is what was supposed to be in the Glory Kit. When I Googled, I could not find this. So could not find either of those, actually. Okay, I'm making a real mess of this. This is the Beatrix Potter little quilt. Oh no, that's the American Valor. Beatrix Potter kit. So again, it's got a panel. Beatrix Potter. It's like a little, very cute. It's got the batting. And it's got the backing fabric. Also, Winter Friendship Kit. And this one. This one is kind of like a, I guess this would be like a wall hanging. No matter what way I turn it, it's upside down. Yeah, and then it has the batting and backing for that. Let's see, did we cover them all? I don't know, I made quite a mess. I made a huge mess while I was trying to show you these. Some more, just like smaller pieces of batting, but still decent size. That something could be done with them. I think I did show you all these. Oh, no, I didn't. This one's neat too. Little Darlings Lap Quilt. So it's got 6 different fat quarters. The rest you need to buy separately. These are beautiful prints. Look at these. Oh my goodness. Gorgeous. So these are fat quarters. So cute. Love it. Just love it. So that's that one. Okay, and then now, you know we saw the Little Critters kit. This is another one, but it doesn't have the instructions, and it says that it's the blue kit. So there must have been an option that you could get the red or the blue, and she must have gotten both. Oh, Critter Fun Wall Hanging blue kit. So there's 2 layers, 2 half yard of each of these. this and then that. And then I'm pretty sure these go with it. These are missing the sticker. These would be fat quarters, but similar to what the other one had. And then also this, which I think is 1/8 of a yard. So I'm not sure. But beautiful fabric. Beautiful fabric. Just a few pieces of, this is a lining. That looks like it was cut off of something. Another scrap piece of this grape, but this is larger. This is a circle, actually, a large circle. I mean, definitely big enough to do something with, but what is the question? Wondering if this went with that other kit of the Critter Fun. I'm not sure. And then these are pretty sizable pieces that just have a chunk out of them. And then there's a whole bunch of different tulle border like fabric, and it's cut. Some of the strips are cut apart. Some of these are larger than others. There's a lot of fabric here, so that's kind of interesting. These are all half-yard pieces. We just have a solid blue, a green, this snowman we had seen before, this beautiful bit we had seen before, 3/4 a yard of this Timeless Treasures, Clippity Doodah, all teased up fabric, and then got a yard of this and 2 yards of the solid black. So a lot in that tote, a lot. Okay, it's time to check out this pink mystery here. Unique box. Oh, we just took one of these apart. It's another winter friendship kit. Interesting. Okay, I'm gonna dig all this out. Okay, it's empty. So it was primarily batting, and some of the pieces are very small. Not really able to do much of anything with. And other pieces are a little larger that you could do something with. Like this one here, for example. It's pretty sizable. This Warm and Natural, you can use that for like hot mats and things like that. So some of this will be garbage. I mean, I'm sure the right person would have a purpose for it. But some of this is good. Like this is a very large piece here. See, it's folded up. There's a whole roll here. Again, some larger pieces in here. Also, a partial package of Steam-A-Seam double stick fusible web, and there was that whole other additional winter friendship kit in here, so we have 2 of those. Okay, and here it is, the last box. Oh, it looks fun, doesn't it? Looks like a lot of fun. Okay, I just carried this over here, and this is by far the heaviest of anything. I don't know what that means. Oh, it looks good. Wow, that tote had like the most incredible stuff. Definitely the best for last. So let's dive in here. First we'll go through the just yardage cuts of fabric. This is by Westminster Fabrics. So 1 yard cut. This is really cute. Elm Creek Gerda's collection. Do you see there's like a little castle super cute. So this is, there's 2 yards of this fabric. This is Portobello Market. Portobello Market by Three Sisters. 1 yard cut. Really cute little bubbles. This is a 2 yard cut. And this is Elizabeth's Studio. Oop, a 1 yard cut of the lighthouses. Cute little, this is a Joanne fabric fall theme, a 1 yard cut of that. This is Nate Hoffman Fabrics, and this is called a Naturescape. So it's just kind of like sky to earth, I guess you could say. It's a beautiful pink. This is 1.5 yards. 1 yard, just little black floral. This is extra wide, so this is like double width. And this is a 2 yard piece. And these little bunnies, super cute. This is a 1 yard cut. Really pretty. This reminds me of something else I saw earlier. I don't know if it goes with it or not. Well, I'm gonna have to kind of just look at everything. I'm not sure if we're focusing in here good. But there's little pigs. Oh, my camera does not like this fabric. I apologize. There's little pigs. It's very cute. It's kind of like blue on blue. Oh, there we go. Finally. Yeah. It reminds me of Beatrix Potter. But I don't think I found anything saying anything about it. Yeah, so I don't know. This is interesting. Christmas Fair by Moda. So it's like a fabric of a granny square. Isn't that interesting? Very neat. This is neat too. This was called Somebody's Stash or something. I thought that was it. It's supposed to be like folded fabric, I think. Oh yeah, Felicity's Stash, Makeour, UK. This is also from that same company. Stash cotton reels. And then there's this pretty apple. This is super pretty. This has 1.25 yards. This is Springs Creative. Really like that. It glitters, you know. A yard. This. It's got bears. It's got snowmen. There's 1.25 yards of this dog material, which reminds me of a panel that we saw way back in the beginning. We're going to see if it matches up. I'm wondering if this sweet lady started buying like her own, you know, buying panels and then buying her own fabric and just kind of making her own kits instead of buying the kits. Fish. We've got fish. This was a 1.25 yard as well. Timeless Treasures. Beautiful. Cream. 1.25 yards of this. And then this is a different grape. It's not the same as the grape we have been seeing. It's different. But there's 1 yard of this. And then we have 1/2 yard cuts of this kitty cat. And this, I don't know, yarn-ish, snowman-ish fabric. Kind of reminds me of the Christmas This one is Susan Wingert. Snow Show. Okay, now let me collect myself and I will show you some more things that were in that tote. Okay, and then I thought this was really neat. Spirograph medley. So she got the 6 fat quarters of this design. It's so neat. I can get it apart here. Oh, come on. How fun, right? That one's boring. So anyways, I thought that was fun. Some just really neat things in this box. This is Armada. It is the Coming Home Charm Pack. And there are 35 5-inch squares. Just really neat. Beautiful set. There's that. Also, blue and white charm pack, 50 5-inch squares. These are a little mangled on top, but just all sorts of blue and white. That's cute. Okay, and then we also have the 6 fat quarter set of the Wild Rose medley. And these are just gorgeous. These are from Marty Mitchell and Maywood Studio. Fingers work. Oh, so cute, right? Oh my goodness. It's precious. So pretty. We're really enjoying those different little sets of fabrics that she had. And then we have another kit. It's the Jolly Snowman kit. And this is it's a panel and the and the batting and the backing, which we did see earlier. Might have been in a, so I guess she must have bought more for something else, or maybe she made another one of these, I'm not sure. And then this is the Autumn Harvest kit. I think this is a really pretty panel. I don't know if you can see it, but it's got gold metallic accents. So pretty. Also, this one's got the binding. I got the measurement on this one, 23 by 43. They don't all have that. And then it's got a pretty metallic fabric for the backing too. So another kit. Now this one's different. It's supposed to be 34 by 47 inches when finished. This one comes with the panel and then some border print material. So you can see the panel. Very pretty. And then the border print I really like. This is the border print for this one. Okay, so this I'm certain is panels. And they're kind of like quilt country Christmas theme. And this is like a spring theme, but I don't know that this is a panel. I'm not really sure what's going on with these. They are the same designer, the same collection. They're for Elizabeth Studio, and I don't know the name of the person that they're for, but they are both that. And I thought initially that this went with them, but I'm realizing now it does not. It's very similar, but different. And this is Rebecca Barker for Elizabeth Studio. So anyways, doesn't go together, but there you have it. Okay, and then we have a bunch of panels that are actually in bags labeled with the title of the panel, which is kind of fun. So Thimbleberries in Full Bloom panel. And this is it. This is a really nice cotton, this one. So we have a dahlia, daisies, poppies. There's that one. Okay, so let's get through some of these. There's actually two of. This is a duplicate, but this is Some Bunny's Garden soft book. Cute. Reminds me of Peter Rabbit, but it's not Peter Rabbit. Then we have Floral Portraits panel. And this one's kind of interesting. It's got like a little border on either side, but not top and bottom. Some pretty designs there. Now this is called Country Orchard panel. I'm surprised that this is considered a panel, because to me, it just seems like a fabric. Warren Kimball for Quilting Treasures. And then Love and Inspiration panel. This is very pretty. Just has like different kind of, they remind me of handkerchiefs. And then there's a border along the bottom. So sing, play, love, hope, laugh. It's Marcus Brothers. So pretty. Beyond the Garden Gate panel. Look, lo and behold, there's two of those Love and Inspiration panels. They're super cute. So I've got two of those. And then this is by Cranston. Some houses. Another panel. And this is also Thimbleberries. Autumn Sunset. Just some leaves, some flowers on a panel. And then we have another book. And this is Silly Suggestions for Kids Who Love Animals. He'll get into trouble if he blows big bubble. When it pops, he'll fall into the bog. I don't know. Don't know about that one. Oh, and another Beyond the Garden Gate panel. So two of those as well. Okay, and then this is the Cake Patch panel. So this one just has different sayings. Have your cake and eat it too. Too much of a good thing is wonderful. Never met chocolate I didn't like. And then we have a panel that is just different sayings by Mother Teresa. Okay, so there are 3 of these Christmas kitties panel. I just don't know if I consider this a panel, but that's what it is. That's why they have it. So this is folded in half. It's actually double, and this is by that Makeover 24 inches by 22 inch panel. So 3 of those, and then again, I don't know. These are garden labels. It's a panel. Maybe, maybe not. I'm not sure what you would do with these. It's really cute. By Timeless Treasures. So if you're watching and you're seeing these, tell me what you would do with these. I know you could kind of cut them out, fold under the edges, and then like stitch them to something and maybe embroider a little message or something on them. Maybe even use like fabric paint. But tell me what else. Tell me what your thoughts are on this. Okay, and then I have one of the Kitten Christmas panel. Please tell me what you think. Would you consider this a panel? I just don't know. Maybe. Again, I have 2 of these. Country Flowers panel. Cute. Okay, Winter Song panel. Now this is like a true panel in my mind. This is Cheryl Haynes of Prairie Grove Peddler. And then we have Snow Folks panel. And I saw on the salvage of this, it actually said something about a tea party. Yeah, Snow Folks tea party. That's cute. And then come sit in my garden panel. Okay, so we have a 10-inch square collection, 25 10-inch squares, French country. An interesting thing is that this pattern was also in there. Now, I don't know if this just came along with it for free, or if maybe there's other fabric somewhere, like this was a kit. I don't know. If you notice anything, let me know. But this French square fabric is really pretty. So there's like a silver metallic and matte there. They're just all really pretty. Oh look, my fingers aren't working again. You know, as I was just like packing all those little panels back into the bags, I was thinking I should do a giveaway with some of those panels. So stay tuned here to the end of the video, and I will share with you how you can enter to win one of those. Anyways, I won't show you all of these because there's 25 different ones, but there's some gorgeous prints. I really like these. Beautiful. And then I don't really feel like that one goes so well, but there's another one of these kits, the 10-minute table runner. This one is like a patriotic little theme. Okay, a couple more odds and ends, and you will have seen it all. So in this tote, I also found this again. So this is the blue kit, Glitter Fun wall hanging, and this is the red that would have went with the red kit. So these are kind of like mix moshed together. Also, there's a yard of this fabric right here. So I'm a little confused about what else is going on with all of that, but there you have that. And then we have a quarter yard of this cat fabric. Strip my stuff, meow. Check out the kitchen garbage. Purr. And so this was in a bag together. I don't think the bag actually went with this, but so it had a little label on it that said something else. But this is Signature Calico Home Accents. And there's a design there. And there's fabric. But the fabric doesn't match up with either of the projects. So this is what is considered the Star Flower fabric. And I have 2 half-yard pieces of that. And then I have 2 half-yard pieces of this patch print. So I don't know what that's all about, but there's 2 yards of cotton there. So kind of an incomplete kit, we could call that. And then this was just in a bag. Looks like a project that was started, but not sure what it was supposed to be. Maybe coasters or something. I don't know. There's some batting there. And that's, yep, that is it. That concludes everything that came. Okay, folks, that is it. That is everything. It is all here. It's all out. It has taken me hours. I think I'm just not going to go to bed. I'm just going to handle this stuff and post my video so you all can watch it. And yeah, just skip out on sleeping tonight. It was so fun, and what a blessing. And you know, it makes me a little sad that you know, the daughter didn't have an interest in these items, but oh my goodness, do I ever appreciate them and value them. It's just wonderful. So I kept count of some different things, and I just thought I would share that with you. So here, not this, here and here is all of the like yardage of fabric, not included in the kits. Okay, so there is in pieces that are 1 yard or longer, there are 73.5 yards of cotton fabric. In fabric that is a half a yard to 3/4 of a yard, or like anywhere from half a yard to up to a yard, there is 15.5 yards of fabric. Excuse me. And then for 4th yard pieces, so these are going to be fat quarters or regular quarters, there is a total of 7 3/4 of a yard of fabric. So all together, just this fabric here, not including the kits, not including the panels, just this fabric here, there is 96 3/4 of a yard of fabric. How awesome is that? Incredible, right? There are 31 various panels not included in the panel kits. Okay, back here standing up, there are 10 panel kits that are complete brand new. There are 4 different piecework kits that are complete and brand new. There are 2 charm packs that are brand new, 1 10-inch square pack with 25 squares that's brand new, 2 brand new table runner packs, 1 jelly roll with 100 pieces that is brand new, the Mirage tonals that are brand new, the cat coasters that are brand new, 2 medley sets of fabric that each have 6 fat quarters in them, which is actually like another 3 yards of fabric, but I did not count that in. Okay, there's also this feather piecing thing, you know, a couple other odds and ends, these rulers. There are 3 brand new soft books to create. There is a brand new polyfill. There are 3 yards, that pink there, that's my dog, if you're wondering. There are 3 yards there of non-cotton fabric, good to be used. There's some larger pieces of batting. There are all the different sewing notions, which several were new. There is the box with the bells and different things like that in there. And not to mention, there are 4 totes that came along with this incredible lot of materials. So I'm not counting anything with those, you know, kits that were incomplete and missing pieces. I'm not even, you know, calculating fabric for what is in these panels or what is in these kits. And then this is all fairly large pieces of things that have had cuts out of, but it's still usable. And then there's the whole box of the larger squares of just different Christmas prints. So there is an absolute ton of stuff. I'm thinking, you know, realistically of just the viable things, like not even talking notions and not talking scraps, not talking anything that was like used partially, like, you know, a couple pieces were used out of this, you know, this was used, this we didn't think was good. Not even counting that, I'm probably at like 50 cents an item, maybe a little more, but that's for any item, which is absolutely phenomenal. So this was fantastic. Not counting anything with, you know, the projects that were partly done or completed that were included in the stuff. So wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. So exciting. Okay, now I mentioned that I thought I would do a giveaway with the panels. So I don't know if I've ever used a panel in my sewing career, my sewing life. And so the panels are not of super interest to me. And so I thought it would be fun to do a giveaway with the panels. So what I'm thinking is I'm going to give away 3 panels, but if I end up having over 100 entries, then for each 100 entries, I'll add another panel in until I am out of panels. So here's how we're going to do this. You're going to have to look in the video to see the different panels, to see what ones you might be interested in. We're going to do the ones that are in the bags that have the names on the bags to keep it simple. If they're not in a bag with a name on the bag, they're not a part of the giveaway, okay? So you don't have to make any purchase to participate or anything like that. But what you do need to do is comment and tell me what you like to sew, or if you are thinking about starting sewing, what you plan on sewing. And then tell me which panel you would like if you are selected as a winner. So this will be a random selection. You will need to be residing in the United States or have an address in the United States that, you know, there's a friend that lives at or something that I could send the panel to, okay? So then I will respond back just as like confirmation that I did, you know, receive your entry. And we will give this contest 30 days. So 30 days from the time I list this video, the contest will run. At the end of the 30 days, I will make the selections and I will re-comment on your post and give you instructions of where to email to send me your address so I can send you your panel. Okay, so here are our options. Now some of these there are multiples of. If we run into a situation where multiple people want the same one and there's not duplicates, I will reach out and we will figure out an alternative. So we have a Country Flowers panel, Christmas Kitties panel, Come Sit in My Garden panel, Winter Song panel, Beyond the Garden Gate panel, Thimbleberries in Full Bloom panel, Floral Portraits panel, Kitten Christmas panel, Love and Inspiration panel, Country Orchard panel, Cake Patch panel, Garden Labels, and Snow Folks panel. Okay, so those are the options. You need to make sure you list one of those. You also need to make sure you tell me what you like to sew or what you want to start sewing, or you know, what made you want to watch this video. And then just to reiterate, I'm going to give away at minimum 3 panels. As long as there's 3 entries, there will be 3 panels given away. If 100 people enter, then I will add another panel. So if 100 people enter, I will give away 4 panels. And then for every additional 100, I will add another panel. So if 200 people enter, I will give away 5 panels. If 300 people enter, I will give away 6 panels, all the way up till we run out of panels. Okay, so the contest is going to run 30 days from the day that the video is posted. It will be a random draw. I will message you just as, well, I will respond to your comment just as confirmation that the entry was received. And then if you win, after the 30 days, when I make the random selections, I will message you again with the email address to email me at, and you can send me your email address there. Or not your email address, your address there, and then I will mail it to you, mail you your panel. You're going to need to live in the continental United States or know someone that does, that I can send this to. Or maybe you want to enter and you want to gift it to someone in the United States. If you give me their address, I will send it to them. So anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video. I know it was really, really long. At least it felt really, really long. So anyways, check out my other videos. I do have lots of other fabric haul videos. I love getting affordable fabric and sharing it with folks. Check out the other content on my channel. Thanks for watching, and I hope you have a great day, and I will see you again soon.